Good morning, everybody. This is Roger Thunder with the Red Road Channel. Yeah, the lighting in here is diffused. It could look a little bit reddish, but then again, what's an alien to do? You have to sit in certain environments for certain periods of time during the day. Just kidding. So I came across some footage, and remember, I told you before that I don't post footage unless I think it's on this UFO thing, unless I can analyze it and look at it and think, as far as my expertise goes, that it's real. And so my expertise is I have been a photographer for a long time. My dad was a photographer, so I know a little bit about cameras. The other is aviation and communications. And I look at things like lighting and things that would indicate whether it was CGI or not. So anyway, we're going to take a look at this footage by a guy that I found on Twitter, and his name is Ranger H. So thank you, Ranger H, for being such a good photographer. He also makes comments in there that coincide with things that I have said, so this kind of rings true with me. So we'll watch the footage now. Should come back into the picture here momentarily. There we go. My screen isn't capturing it. Here's another shot here, and I will pause for a minute. And we're back on here. Should come into the right. There you see it. He's got another filter on here. This is a different angle. It'll come back in the screen here momentarily. This was taken on the East Coast, I do believe. Oh, see, now you have the typical behavior of something that is not one of the Earth's aircraft. They can't turn like that. This is not a balloon. There's a strobe on it. I think this is pretty amazing footage. In fact, hats off to you, brother, for catching this. And he seems to catch them all the time. I don't know why this guy is not out there, I should say, in a good way as far as being noticed more. Let's look at this again, and we'll stop it at different intervals. Uh, so here we go. We'll stop it right there. Now I can see definitely that the sun seems to be coming from the left, and you see the illumination or the reflection on this orb or whatever it is. It has no propulsion system. It's not an airplane. It's not a balloon, because balloons do not move up and down and across and over. The winds don't change that much. And it has a strobe on it. So let's continue here for a minute. Moves to the right, like it's doing a scan or something. Goes back the other way, out of the picture. Probably come in from the left, I think. Oh no, it came down. See, it still has the illumination on it. There is no wind, it looks like, by the way, so that's another thing to observe. It doesn't look like there's any kind of strong gusty winds, or let's say winds that would change directions. Continuing on. Can't see any movement in the trees. Here we go. Maybe just a slight tinge of wind, but nothing that would affect. Now we're going to move into another view here. I'm going to fast forward. See if I can pick it up here when it comes in. And we're going to look at this this clip from, again, Ranger H on Twitter. Comes in, down, descends, makes a U-turn, a right turn, left turn, comes back over, tree line. Now that is a move that is not an aircraft move. Believe me, you would pull too many G's in something like that. Got a strobe, seems to just cruise right on out over. Excellent capture here. Again, I think this is on the East Coast. That's a real close shot right there. Now here's another shot that was taken with night vision. People are talking about orbs, orbs, orbs. Well, you couldn't get a better shot than this, so let's get this rolling. Change in form there, and incidentally, this guy in his notes, when he posed, says these things can change form. They can shapeshift. They can turn into everyday common objects like airplanes and helicopters. Now he pans forward because he knows that it's heading for the trees here. Now as this thing goes behind the trees, you can see this is not really CGI, because yes, there still is a reflection on the branches, but it does go behind the branches. This would be very difficult to do. See, it made a slight little flash there as it went behind the branch. You can see the branches. Now it's going to go behind the trees, which means this is off in the sky, in the distance. He's going to pan forward here again in a minute to follow this. So you can see it's so bright it does shine through the trees, but it's still moving. Sometimes it seems to stand still, to hover. This is night vision, I do believe, or it's not infrared. It's interesting stuff here as I'm watching it even. Yeah, got another pan forward there. He's got good equipment. He's got tripods. Obviously, he watches these things for a long time. So I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about this. What this guy writes on Twitter is that he has been having experiences since back in 2012, and his whole family has experience, and he has all kinds of footage that he will not release up close and personal stuff that both, again, him and his family have experienced. Evidently, they have a special area that they have cameras set up on, and he first came into contact, I think he said, when he was working on his Humvee in this area anyway. And so it's, I don't know, and this was posted on Jack Barbers' site on Twitter, which, if Jack Barber, the guy that's doing Skywatcher and all that stuff, thought it was bogus, I'm sure he would have taken it down. No comment on it, though. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's because this is a lot clearer than what we've seen from anything else. Let's put it that way. Now, another thing that I was watching some of the guys' other videos and came to certain conclusions as well, like with his Black Hawk helicopter video that he filmed as there were orbs. You can't see them as well. They were tracking, or they were doing something in the same area that he films these things. So I think this is an interesting clip. So let me set this up even more. It seems that they come flying over him with searchlights, and he actually takes his camera down and turns it into the ground, and maybe remains very quiet and lets them pass by. But there's an interesting story about Blackhawks, and I'll tell you that before I show the clip, that there's a certain shaman, fellow shaman that I know, that has said on several occasions that when you do the meditation or the practice of the Merkaba, Merkaba meditation, which I've written a short book on, when you do that, you enhance your light body, and you have sacred geometry spinning within the light body. And so I thought it was interesting that he would say when there were certain gatherings with these people doing this meditation, or when he was first doing it, Black Hawk helicopters came in right over the house or right over where the group of people were and buzzed it several times. And he came to the conclusion that they spot these, if you have a light body, you're noticed by satellites. You are noticed. And they will fly in. They don't usually do anything. They're just checking it out, basically, is what they're doing, to see, oh, that person has a light body. And I know from personal practice of the Merkaba meditation this is true. So anyway, let me go to this clip here of the helicopters. I wanted to say that because if they sense anything about, let's say this person does have a special connection on a spiritual level, his light body is enhanced, let's say, through his contact with these with this entity which he said he came into contact with. So let's watch this video. I find it interesting. You can't hear the sound on this because I don't have it linked up, but you could see the action. They will come flying right over. Maybe you can. Yeah, there they are. So he points his camera to the ground. Trying to be inconspicuous, I'd say, at this point. I wish I had the sound because you can actually hear it. When I do videos, I haven't figured out yet quite how to integrate sometimes. Now he's showing it on infrared, I believe. That may be the orb. There's an orb involved in this too. This looks like another shot, possibly. Okay, people, well, as I'm doing this, as I'm showing this video, all kinds of strange stuff just started happening to my computer. Isn't that interesting? Oh, it's a confirmation. Wow, finally got that under control. Just as I would show, well, I hope this comes out on the video. I really hope it does, because that says something to me right there. As I'm showing actual footage that seems to be some of the most real footage that I've seen, all of a sudden my computer goes berserk, and I love it. Maybe it's a sign. Anyway, I'm going to keep this video short. I just thought you would appreciate that, and I think I will have a glass of water or something. Maybe something a little stronger. Don't know. Anyway, love sharing this with you. Wopila. Aho.